We met really early on, kind of after landing in Australia.
There was already a group of Canadians that had met through Austrec, and one of the guys had organized and get us all met up. So Liora and I were the same van with each other, and that's how we met. We were kind of best friends from day one.
I did an exchange in Australia when I was doing my undergraduate degree. That was my first exposure to the country and I loved it. And when it came to doing medical school, I thought, why not go somewhere that I already know is fantastic? The reason that I chose UQ was mostly due to its reputation. Secondly, it was in a beautiful part of the world, and I think what I enjoyed most about it was the people there, the support that I received, and then coming back here, having those great memories in Australia.
And the reason I chose medicine is because when I was studying my undergraduate degree in human genetics, I was really interested in kind of neurology at that time and human movement. My mom was a nurse, so I kind of grew up in a medical household. I wanted to kind of further my studies and go into medicine, and that's kind of what I was always interested in. The reason I chose UQ was because they're respected worldwide, and I had a lot of opportunity to do electives that were international. I had a chance to go to Vietnam and complete my international electives there, and I knew that I could come to Canada to do electives as well, as there's a lot of Canadian students at UQ. Coming home gave me a great opportunity to get some reference letters from Canadian doctors that I knew would be very helpful in my application to come back, and also gave me experience of working in the Canadian healthcare system and seeing how Canadian med students function in the hospital.
At UQ, the culture was very warm and welcoming. There was definitely a desire to teach and to give us a good experience. So I found that the more engaged you were, the more engaged they were, and it kind of went back and forth.
One of the great things about UQ as a medical school was the fact that from day one I was able to get in contact with patients and really start honing my physical exam skills on real patients in the hospital with real pathology. So that was a great thing that really helped my learning and helped me develop as a clinician, and I find that because of UQ's training, my clinical skills are very good.
I definitely did feel well prepared. I think that there's always going to be a bit of a learning curve with regards to being in a completely new hospital, but I found that the knowledge that I'd gained through studying at UQ put me in good stead when it came to understanding the reasons for my decisions as a doctor. After we graduated from medical school at UQ, we applied to the Canadian residency match to get a postgraduate position here, and then ended up matching to Kingston, and then started our residency training here.
We were traveling in Argentina on the day of the match, so we went to this little internet cafe, booked some computers, and we sat there anxiously at 1 o'clock when the results came out. And once we checked it, we actually filmed it. It was a surreal experience. I had to look at my screen and look at her screen a couple of times to make sure that I wasn't imagining and that this actually did happen, that we both matched to the programs we wanted and the location that we wanted together. So that was amazing.
We have a real special place in our hearts for Australia because that's where we met, and that's where we pursue the dream of becoming medical doctors. So we decided to name our dog Joey as the baby kangaroo because that would always be a memory of that time in our life. So that's a constant reminder.
I don't think without being at UQ and having this experience and taking the plunge to go down under, I don't think that any of this would have really become a reality. So I'm really happy with the decision that I made, and like I said earlier, sometimes everything happens for a reason, and I think that all my choices kind of worked out in my favor, and I'm one of the luckiest guys alive.